Hey people, it's my weekly rundown of things in entertainment news that interest me, and I wanted to start off by giving an update to one of the stories I talked about a couple weeks ago. Apparently, the rights to Daredevil will be reverting back to Marvel Studios, which is pretty exciting. 20th Century Fox has had the rights to the character for a long time, and they only made one movie back in 2003 starring Ben Affleck, and that was mildly successful. I wouldn't call it like a flop or anything, but it wasn't really as satisfying as a lot of fans would have wanted it to be. And I'm not a huge Daredevil fan, but I think there's a lot of potential to do this character very well, and I know that a lot of people like the character a lot, and that the series is pretty well respected as a whole, so I'm hopeful that Marvel Studios will be able to do Daredevil pretty well. And I think there's an audience for it, really, because since Christopher Nolan's Batman franchise has just closed, I think Daredevil can kind of be the Marvel Batman, and there's nothing really that is filling that space as of right now. So hopefully Marvel will be able to do some pretty cool things with Daredevil and attract people who really liked the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. In other Marvel Studios news, Joss Whedon has talked a little bit about the sequel to the Avengers. One of the things he said was that a lot of the time sequels tend to be bigger than the first one, but he thinks that they should actually get smaller. And what I think he means by this is that it should be more personal and dramatic in that sense, and in a way that can be more intense than just a very big kind of expanding on the scale, because the scale of the Avengers was pretty big, so to just try to inflate it beyond that would make a spectacle, but I don't think it would necessarily be a better film than the Avengers. So to really focus on the characters and ground it in the story and the drama could make the sequel to the Avengers very worthwhile and interesting to watch. Season 5 of Star Wars The Clone Wars premiered at the Star Wars Celebration, and IGN was there to watch that, and there were also some trailers that they showed for it, so they've posted their impressions of the trailers there. But the main news item that came out of all this is that the new season will premiere for the rest of us on September 29th, and the show has now moved to Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. And for my last story this week, Seth Green's new cartoon comedy Star Wars Detours made its debut at the Star Wars Celebration. There's some clips that you can watch online, but the basic gist of it is that it's this family-friendly Star Wars kind of sketch comedy show. And I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, obviously, I think some of us older Star Wars fans would have preferred something a little bit more adult, like a Family Guy or a Robot Chicken, because you can just go for the funniest jokes that you can think of. But I also do think that it's important to deliver quality programming for children. So if they are going to do this and really just put a lot of effort into doing something that is appropriate for all audiences, I think that's a pretty cool thing. And from what I saw of the show, it doesn't look hilarious to me, but there were some pretty decent jokes in it, so I think it's something to keep an eye on. But that's really all I've got for this week. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next time.